In this video, I'll show you how to recover content to a volume that you accidentally selected as the destination to a CCC backup task. By default, a CCC backup task enables SafetyNet so that anything that's already on the destination and not on the source won't be immediately and permanently deleted when you run the task. This gives you an opportunity to recover that content if you were to accidentally select the wrong volume as the destination to a CCC task. I'll configure a task and deliberately select the wrong destination volume so that we can see how this works. First, I'd like to show that I have two volumes on my desktop here, and they both have the same collection of content. They've got some applications in the Applications folder and a folder called Taxes 2021. So next, let's go into CCC and we'll create a new task that deliberately backs up to that wrong destination volume. Let's suppose I'm backing up my startup disk and I choose extra data APFS as the destination. And what we can see is by default, CCC enables the SafetyNet feature, and we can see that by this badge right here on the destination selector. I'll go ahead and click Start, and then we'll see what happens at the destination. We can see right away that changes are already being made. But if you'll look at Macintosh HD, we can see that we do have an Applications folder here, and it's got some different content than the Applications folder that I had on my destination volume. But we can also see, I'm going to go ahead and stop this, we don't need to keep that running, that Taxes 2021 folder is still there. And that's because by default, the SafetyNet feature will protect root level content on the destination that doesn't exist on the source. So this Taxes 2021 folder didn't exist on Macintosh HD, so CCC just left it alone. The Applications folder exists on the source as well though, so anything that was on the destination that's not on the source, that's going to get removed. But it didn't get deleted immediately. We can recover that from the CCC SafetyNet folder. And that folder is right here. So if I wanted to unwind the changes made to this task, I could very simply take all of this other content that was added and just delete it. And then I could take this GarageBand application from the SafetyNet folder and drop it back into the Applications folder. Okay, so now we can delete that SafetyNet folder as well. And now the destination is back to its original state. Okay, so that was with an HFS formatted destination volume, and the SafetyNet feature is implemented using a folder in that case. So now I'd like to take a look at what it would look like if we chose an APFS formatted volume as the destination instead. So I'll select that as the destination. And with an APFS volume, CCC will still enable SafetyNet on the destination, but it's also going to enable Snapshot support. So when CCC implements the SafetyNet feature, it's going to do that using a snapshot. So let's go ahead and run this task and then see what kind of changes CCC makes to this destination. So remember, we had the two folders to begin with, Applications and Taxes, and we can see that again the Taxes 2021 folder is still there at the root level because root level items are protected, but then any moment now this application is going to be removed. We can actually see that CCC is removing that right now. At this point, you might be panicking that it's removing that, but in reality, nothing is getting deleted from the destination because the snapshot that CCC created on the destination at the beginning of the task is protecting that content from being deleted. I'll go ahead and stop the task now. So again, you don't see that CCC SafetyNet folder in the Finder, but if we click on the destination selector here and choose Manage Snapshots on the destination, or if you just select that volume in the sidebar, you can see that SafetyNet snapshot right here. So this badge right here says that this is a SafetyNet snapshot, and you would use this to restore files that were deleted from the destination. So to do that, I click on the Restore button here. For logistical reasons, we disable snapshot support on a volume if we're going to do a SafetyNet recovery. And CCC automatically configures a new restore task with that snapshot as the source and the original destination volume as the destination. So with this task, we're basically just going to undo all of the changes that CCC made to that task. Again, keep in mind that this snapshot right here was created at the very beginning of the task before CCC made any changes to this volume. So this is a complete representation of that volume prior to making any changes to it. So when we restore that to the destination, that's going to remove all of the changes. Now, the one exception here are those root level items. In this case, I've got root level items that I do want to have removed. So to do that, I'll click on the destination selector and remove this protect root level items on the destination setting. Now I can imagine you might be a little bit nervous about this task, and if you are, feel free to click on the preview button to get a preview of what changes CCC will make. But in this case, I know this is the correct configuration, so I'll just click the start button, and in a few moments, CCC will completely revert that volume back to its pre-mistake configuration. There we go. The destination is now right back to where it was before I had made any changes to it with CCC. Two last comments about the SafetyNet feature. Please note that this is temporary protection for data on your destination volume. If you accidentally selected a volume as the destination to a CCC task, please be sure to go back and immediately recover any data from that volume. If you run additional backup tasks to that same volume, CCC will eventually remove any SafetyNet protected content from that volume. Lastly, please note that SafetyNet was designed exclusively as a safety mechanism that you can use to restore items that were removed from your destination volume. It was never designed to be used to restore older versions of your files from the backup. We added Snapshot support to CCC specifically to provide backup history, so whenever you're thinking of restoring the older version of a file, don't think of SafetyNet as something that you would use for that. Rather, turn to the snapshots that CCC has retained on your backup for that functionality. Click the link below for more videos on how to restore content from your CCC backup. And remember, if you ever need help restoring content from your CCC backup, we're here to help. Open CCC and choose Ask a Question about CCC, and our support staff will help you get things set up correctly.